Well, hello my lovelies, it's Murky Meg here. It's Wednesday the 23rd of March and I've not uploaded a video since this all happened, but I have kept my Instagram updated. Yankee was suspended from YouTube, completely terminated, no warning, no nothing. She says that she hadn't got any violations and it came completely out of the blue. This followed a BuzzFeed article written by Ellie Hall, and it's upset the apple cart massively because it seems that Ellie Hall has played both sides. She's played Yankee Wally, she's completely bamboozled her, kind of trapped her into thinking that she was a friend and then completely screwed her over. And then she's also upset the squad side because this article relied heavily, allegedly, on information that was passed to her from Christopher Boozy and she didn't credit him. So Ellie Hall is in a hated point at this moment because both sides are after her, and quite rightfully so, to be perfectly honest. It was a hit piece and it was disgusting. Then last night it seems Sue Smith's channel was taken down, and I have spoken to Sue, and again, completely out of the blue, she hadn't received any warnings, no violations, nothing. Bam, her channel had gone. Some viewers even reported that mid-watch that the video just simply disappeared and said the channel had been terminated. This is a very, very worrying precedent, and rightfully so, I'm concerned. So I am slowly updating my videos on to Rumble. Whether or not that will be the same, I don't know. At this point, I'm just waiting for my head to be on the chopping block because I don't know what's going on. It's all very confusing. They're not using legitimate reasons as to why the channels are being terminated. You know, it says in their terms and conditions that if you violate a rule, you will get notified. Yet these channels are being reported by YouTube to say that there was multiple violations when no violations were ever received or emailed to them. It seems like a humongous harassment hit piece, and I'm scratching my head as to why. And the only reason I can think of is that somebody very powerful doesn't want us speaking about Meghan Markle and why we don't like her and the hypocrisy of her and Harry. We are not allowed to voice our opinions. We are considered hate. I'm not going to lie, it's scary. So if I suddenly disappear, that's the very reason. I will try and keep you all updated as much as I can. But in the meantime, just show people support, that they are wanted, that they are loved, that you want them to carry on, because we're falling like a deck of cards, really. I just wanted to obviously do that before going on to the subject that we're going to talk about today, because I think it's really important to note what's happening to other YouTubers. And I hope that other YouTubers actually take note of what's happening and support others, support the ones that are going down. And I think as a community, we need to band together. I personally have spoken to both Yankee and to Sue Smith about this, and they know that I support them and I will always support them. I think it's very unfair what's happening, but something in the background is definitely happening, that's for sure. This is a coordinated attack. I will keep you all updated as much as I can with regards to what happens next with these two channels, on where they intend to migrate. So hopefully I will have some news for you very soon. Anyway, on with today's video. Now, a couple of weeks ago, it was announced in the media that Prince Harry was suing yet another newspaper, but we didn't know what about. Well, we do now. The Daily Mail did an exclusive. Harry takes umbrance to this word, exclusive. It says, "Give me back my bodyguards. Prince Harry threatens legal action against the government and demands return of police protection in the UK." That was how the Mail on Sunday, or the Daily Mail, ran with the story, and he takes umbrage with that. Shortly after the news broke, Harry's spokesperson hit back and said, well, that's not exactly the whole truth, because Prince Harry has agreed or shown willing to pay for his own security. It seems that Prince Harry claims the newspaper inspired a feeding frenzy of hostile comments. And now the Mail on Sunday are defending the claim that Harry has forced against them. And it claims that embarrassment and distress was caused by the coverage of the Duke's legal moves. Harry's legal offensive claims that he suffered substantial hurt and embarrassment and distress after the Mail on Sunday report about one of his other court cases, and he says in his legal document inspired a feeding frenzy of hostile comments online. He's suing the Mail on Sunday over what Harry believes is a defamatory exclusive story which told how Harry tried to keep his legal fight over bodyguards secret. Then minutes after the Mail on Sunday broke the story, his PR machine tried to put a positive spin on the dispute. Now, Harry's lawyer says that the story and subsequent adverse and hostile online comments were self-evidently exceptionally serious and damaging and constitute an attack on his honesty and integrity. Which undermines his fitness to be involved both in charitable and philanthropic work. He has suffered serious damage to his reputation and a substantial hurt, embarrassment and distress, which is continuing, they say, in a High Court case seeking aggravated damages for Harry himself. Now, this all surrounds Harry wanting Met Police security. He's suing the Home Office, our government, to make sure that he and Meghan are known as internationally protected people, and therefore they should be entitled to full-blown security. He has apparently offered to pay for it, but of course, as I've mentioned many times here, the Met Police officers are not for sale, and Harry doesn't like that. But he's taken umbrance with the Mail on Sunday using the word exclusive. Now, when this all came to light, by that I mean Harry's legal case against the Home Office, Harry sent out a statement confirming that the Duke was seeking a judicial review, believing that the UK to be unsafe for his family to return, and noting the Duke's first offered to pay personally for the UK police protection for himself and his family in January 2020 at Sandringham. Lawyers acting on behalf of the British government, in more legal terms than I'm putting here, of course, said that there was no advance of any willingness to pay for security until the news broke. And the court documents reveal that personal protective security is not available on a privately financed basis. There is now a discrepancy between Prince Harry and the Home Office themselves over his original claim that he wanted to fund his own security. And as I read this, effectively, Home Office, i.e. our government, are calling Prince Harry a liar. Last month, after the Mail on Sunday broke the story, a spokesperson for Harry responded with, the Duke first offered to pay personally for the UK police protection for himself and his family in January of 2020 at Sandringham. That offer was dismissed. However, Home Office had strong words in response to Harry's claim he would fund private security. And in fact, the Home Office legal team has actually given, I feel, a massive advantage to the Mail on Sunday, because they say this. In documents handed to the court, the Home Office states that Harry did not offer private funding when he returned in June 2021, or any of the pre-action correspondence which followed. Home Office lawyers explained to the court this Friday, or last Friday, that it was irrelevant for the Duke of Sussex to ask to pay for his own security in the UK, because personal protective security by the police is not available on a privately financed basis. And the Home Office reiterated that police protection is not for sale in the UK. So basically the Home Office is claiming that at no point in his pre-court requests did Harry offer to pay. It was only when the news broke by the Mail on Sunday did a spokesperson for Harry then pipe up and say, oh, he's willing to pay for it. Apparently, Harry has been upset, but sadly not surprised by the Mail on Sunday's distortion and misrepresentation of the facts in breach of the most basic journalistic standards and ethics. Apparently, Harry particularly objects to the suggestion that he tried to keep his legal claim a secret, and the idea that he improperly and clinically tried to manipulate and confuse public opinion by authorising his spin doctors to put out false and misleading statements about his willingness to pay for police protection after the Mail on Sunday story was published. Harry also objects to the word exclusive, which was used in the article. It was used to promote the story, its prominence on the Mail Online, and the numerous gratuitous photographs of the claimant and his wife and family. Court documents say that when the online article invited readers to share what you think, they say the public responded with more than 6,460 comments, the majority of which were adverse and hostile. Harry, where have you been, mate? Honestly, are you only just waking up to this now? We don't like you. It's not that we're against you, it's just we don't like the behaviour of you and your wife. And this just makes you look incredibly out of touch and completely self-absorbed. And yet it continues, the exceptionally serious and damaging claims constitute an attack on his honesty and integrity and undermine his fitness to be involved in charitable work in general and in efforts to tackle online misinformation, in particular through the Archwell Foundation. And it continues that it must have been plain to the Mail on Sunday that by giving these serious allegations such huge publicity in the terms and manner that they did, leading to inevitable reputation and the feeding frenzy of hostile comments, it could not but cause Prince Harry's reputation substantial damage and cause considerable distress and hurt to the Duke's feelings, as has been the case. The Duke's lawyers asked for the story to be taken down from the Mail Online. They didn't, so now, as a result of the failing to take the story down, his lawyers say Prince Harry has suffered increased upset and distress and injury to his feelings. Oh, diddums, his feelings are upset. He is now seeking damages, including aggravated damages for libel, an injunction preventing the Mail on Sunday from republishing defamatory statements and publication of the High Court judgment. Associated Newspapers Limited, i.e. the Mail on Sunday, are defending the claim. So in summary, the Mail on Sunday heard about what was happening in the High Court, that Harry was trying to get the government to pay for security. They ran an article saying Harry wants his security. Because that court document did not mention him offering to privately pay for this security, they wrote that he wanted his bodyguards back and assumed that it was at the taxpayer's cost. Harry then hits back via his spokesperson saying, no, that's not true at all. I'm willing to pay for it. Then he says, take it down. They didn't. Harry is then now suing them. But in the meantime, in all of this, the Home Office have piped up and said, actually, no, you didn't offer to pay. In no pre-action document did you offer to pay. And there lies the story. Who's in the right? Who's in the wrong? But one thing is for sure, you cannot sue for hurt feelings, Harry, unfortunately. So Harry at the moment has 2 court cases, one going against the Mail on Sunday for hurt feelings and the other one against the Home Office, i.e. our government, because he wants to pay for protection and the government and the Home Office are saying, no mate, it's not for sale. I'm exhausted. I really hope I have been able to piece and jigsaw this all together, because there's so much information with regards to what's happening and how it all links in. These 2 court cases running side by side about the reporting of said other court case. It's so complicated. It really, really is. I'd also love to know exactly what you think. Do you think Harry is right and he has a right to have paid protection? Even though he said, I'll pay for it, the Home Office said, no, we can't. They're not for sale. And he's suing them because of that, because he feels that he is an internationally protected person, and his wife is as well. Do you think he has a right to sue the Mail on Sunday for what they printed? He did not state in any pre pre-action court document that he was willing to pay for security. So they just ran with that story. It was only after the fact that they printed that Prince Harry released a statement saying, whoa, 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 I didn't say I wasn't going to pay. I'm willing to pay. So who's in the right? Who is going to win? It's unbelievable that he has 2 court cases side by side about the same thing. As always, I would love to know your thoughts. Thank you very much for watching. If you haven't already, please subscribe to my YouTube channel, hit the notification bell and also that like button. I'd like to take this opportunity to thank all of my followers for all the tips and all the emails, DMs that everybody sends to me. It really is greatly appreciated. So thank you very much for watching once again.